2022 has been one of the craziest years in professional wrestling in quite some time, with many things changing inside the biggest company in the game. The most shocking event this year for professional wrestling fans was of course Vince McMahon's resignation as chairman of WWE. Also, Triple H took over as head of creative and decided to bring back many former WWE superstars to the company. All of these changes resulted in many amazing returns to WWE, so let's break down the best returns of 2022. Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis' return to WWE is one of the most interesting ones on this list, definitely one of the most creative in quite some time. He started appearing on Raw in the crowd looking like he wanted to jump the barricade to get in the ring before being taken away by security guards. Eventually Lumis succeeded and it turns out his intentions was to kidnap The Miz. Ever since, Dexter has been stalking Miz on Raw and even in the man's home, which has provided fans with very entertaining television. This man has every fan's attention and they are excited to see what's next. LA Knight. When it was revealed that LA Knight was getting called up to the main roster, there was a great buzz. However, when it was revealed that Vince McMahon was going to change his character completely and make him a manager, this excitement diminished rapidly. Knight would become Max Dupree, managing a stable known as Maximum Male Models. Triple H, upon taking over, made plans to revert Knight back to his original persona and would end up leaving the stable, rebranding himself back to LA Knight to the sheer delight of fans. The OC. Since their initial release in 2020, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson have travelled all over the world and wrestled in various wrestling promotions, including AEW. Now Triple H is in charge of creative wrestling, fans are praying for the duo to be positioned as a top contender in the tag team division. Damage Control. Bayley was injured in a match in 2021 as she had to take time off to heal her torn ACL. She made her return at SummerSlam 2022 alongside Dakota Kai and Io Sky after the Raw Women's Championship match between the champion Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. Dakota Kai is currently injured and it's rumoured she may be out for a substantial amount of time. As for Sky and Bayley, it would be interesting to see what they have in store for us in the future. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's release from WWE in 2021 came as a shock to many wrestling fans as he was at the time one of the top stars in the company. As with many released during this time, it came down to budget cuts, and since his release we've seen him appear in the infamous Control Your Narrative promotion. With him gone, the WWE was seemingly trying to find a new giant, but without success. Strowman made his return on Monday Night Raw on the 5th of September 2022, laying waste to 4 competitors who were having a match. Now the Monster Among Men is back with a new theme song, a new look, and he's ready to let his opponents get these hands once again. KROSS. The WWE Universe was ecstatic when the news broke of KROSS being brought up to the main roster. However, what people forgot was that Vince McMahon was still at the helm and he stripped everything away from Kross that made him special in NXT. Which is in charge of WWE's creative department, it's nice to see him bring back superstars like Kross, who was used poorly under the Vince McMahon regime. Bray Wyatt. Wyatt was one of the many superstars who was released due to budget cuts in 2021, and ever since his last appearance at WrestleMania 37, fans have been hoping for a return, especially because of the changes WWE has gone through in 2022. Throughout Wyatt's time with the company, he and Vince McMahon haven't exactly seen eye to eye and have butted heads on many occasions. Thankfully, the relationship between Wyatt and Triple H was much stronger, hence the reason he agreed to come back. Bray Wyatt made his long-awaited return at the end of Extreme Rules and received one of the biggest reactions of the year. Cody Rhodes. 2022 got off to an insane start when news broke of Cody Rhodes leaving AEW and returning to WWE. After 6 years away from the company, Cody Rhodes returned at WrestleMania 38 when the American Nightmare defeated Seth Rollins. His return was made even better by the fact he kept the same presentation and theme song he had been using outside the company. Since returning, he has had amazing matches, including one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time against Seth Rollins, in which Cody competed despite his right pec muscle being torn right off the bone prior to the show. As expected, Rhodes has been positioned as one of the top guys in the company and in his hot pursuit to finish the story and capture the one title that has eluded the Rhodes family, the WWE Championship.